Could our ancestors have been led by ancient aliens? Are our epics and legends truly about eternal humanoid constructs made by the gods? Is it okay to kill God because we're horny? These and more questions answered in today's video. Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on my thoughts on Marvel stuff. Today's video is on the Eternals, Marvel's introduction to a lot of things. Eternals follows, get this, the saga of the Eternals. Gosh, who would have thought? A race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilizations. Oh, and just FYI, I'm not gonna hand it over to Guy 1 and 2 because they're still on a sabbatical, and honestly, I don't know if they're ever gonna be back. But either way, I'd still really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, and hit the bell to be notified about every time we upload. After that, visit our Patreon and let us hold $1. All that being said, let's dive right into it. Firstly, I'm going to address the celestial in the room, or the Earth. This movie has received a lot of backlash for a lot of reasons. The comic buffs were upset that the characters were changed, the bigots were upset because one character was openly gay, and the movie buffs all felt like it was too much story packed into too little time. Personally, I was looking forward to this movie, but when I found out that it had the worst Rotten Tomatoes score yet, I was even more interested to watch this movie because I wanted to see what everybody was so upset about. I was also really excited to be watching a Chloe Zhao film and experience a story which would expand the known MCU to a much greater length. But the Rotten Tomatoes score did affect me in the sense that I knew that this film had the potential to wreck what little balance Phase 4 has been able to create in the cinema, and it could just derail everything. So when I finally sat down to watch the movie in the inferior experience that is 3D, God, I miss IMAX, I realized it's really not that bad. And it's not. I don't know why people would go so far as to trash this movie to the point where it's the worst scored Marvel movie on Rotten Tomatoes. Not to blame anybody, but America. I mean, this movie is still leagues ahead of certified stinkers like Thor 1 and its uglier inbred cousin Thor: The Dark World. But before I get to the things that I want to praise this movie for, I'm going to continue riding this little wave of negativity I've got here, and I'm going to mention all the things I did not like about the movie.
What's this even made of? Vibranium?
Right off the bat, it's too much. The film buffs were right. For the first time on this channel, this feature-length film should have been a series.
So we don't have the capacity.
I mean, just look at it. Somehow Chloe Zhao and her team are meant to find... Why am I saying her name and her surname like that? That's weird. Somehow Chloe and her team are meant to find room for 10 main characters, 2 main antagonists, 1 twist villain, a story that spans over a millennium, and the first real introduction to the Celestials, the otherwise creators of the entire Marvel universe as we know it. Seriously, there's more to focus on in this one movie than the entire series of Friends. I don't know why I said that. I like Friends. On top of that, there's just a lot of good things that go to waste. Icarus, our resident Marvel Dollar Tree Superman, is absolutely wasted after he reveals his true intentions to the others, and they wait too long to reveal him as an obstacle the rest must overcome. Crow, the deviant formerly known as Urizen, this joke is, no one's gonna get that joke. No one's gonna get that joke. Crow, the deviant formerly known as Urizen, is literally the opposite side of the coin to the Eternals. And they don't even explore a scenario in which the Eternals have to work together with a deviant. They just let Thena slice him up to ribbons. They completely wasted an opportunity to have Crow have his own Blade Runner-like monologue in the rain as he curses his pursuers and the gods that created him, and he decides to live, to survive, to be his own person. There's also just too much happening on the sides as well. To this day, I am still confused as to why they would hire the King of the North.
The King in the North!
I don't know which one to shoot.
Just so that they could keep him on the sidelines. It's almost like the same thing they did to Zendaya in Dune. But that's for another video. And probably the thing that irritates me most is removing Kingo from the final trademark CGI battle at the end of every Marvel movie. Why would you remove Kingo? Kingo, played by the hilarious and newly sexy Kumail Nanjiani. He's arguably the best thing about this movie. Everything from his characterization to his effortless comedy, and the fact that he uses his abilities like finger guns and Kamehameha Blast. Yes! Yes! Can't get enough. Honestly, taking Kingo out of the last fight scene is it's in the same way that they robbed Kumail Nanjiani of not having a shirtless scene after he worked out for them. Greedy. I know you have it somewhere, Marvel. I will see it. And listen, don't even get me started on the whole mad woman shtick with Jolie, okay? Did Jolie kill it? Yes. But is there a whole stigma with that kind of stuff? Yes, but we're not gonna go there. I'll get too upset. Though with all of that being said, truthfully, in my opinion, it's worth it. It's worth it. There's more good in this movie than there is bad. Human stories across all media tends to treat us humans like the center of the universe. But nothing does it quite like mainstream comics. Save for religion, which comics might as well be. For Kevin Feige loved the world 3000, that he gave his one and only Tony Stark. MCU Phase 3, verse 10. And of course, being human, I am biased. I do believe humans are special and in most cases are worth saving. But not to the point of committing deicide. The Eternals are practically angels, and I like to see them like the Valar in Tolkien's mythology. And much like the Valar, they too get involved with their master's creation. But that's what makes this movie incredibly hard to make and incredibly interesting to watch. This goes beyond questioning destiny. It goes beyond found family versus blood family. This movie directly asks the question, what if God is wrong? Nobody is wrong in this movie. The deviants want to defy God in order to survive. The Celestials want to create more, which in turn means they have to destroy. Icarus wants to serve his purpose and honor his creator, even if that means tearing apart the only family he's ever known. And the rest of the Eternals, except for Sprite, she's just horny, want to honor their mission, which is to protect humanity, even if it means protecting it from God. How did something that insane get such a bad Rotten Tomatoes review? I don't get it. I don't get it. This is the first Disney Marvel movie, and I guess by that extension Disney movie, to have an openly same-sex relationship on screen. This is the first. Can we say he's homosexual? Do Eternals have genders? Did I just break the movie? I think I broke the movie. Never mind all that. This is the first openly same-sex relationship on screen in a Disney movie. That's epic. The dudes be kissing each other and everything. It's got a bunch of pasty white Christians mad. It's also the first Disney Marvel movie to have a full-on naked sex scene. I honestly clutched my pearls in the cinema. It was jarring. I mean, of course, they don't show you anything from like the middle of the back down, but Gemma Chan and Rob Stark were very, very naked. See what I mean? See what I mean? We're too horny. We're so horny we have to kill God. And also, as somebody who enjoys stories about heroes, who enjoys the original Marvel comics, who enjoys DC comics, who enjoys DC, I can't even say it with a straight face, who enjoys DC movies to a point, I guess. Live action ones, at least. The animated ones are really nice. I love that this movie is a celebration of heroes. It's why there's so many similarities and references to DC's heroes, like Superman and Flash through Makari and Icarus. And now that I've mentioned Makari, it's also very dope to see a deaf character in a Marvel movie. Also, watch my video on Coda, right there. Go for it. My final summation, I'll say this. Look, this is not the worst Marvel movie. Definitely not the best, could be better, but I'm ready to say with my full chest that it's good. It's good. It's not great, but it's good. I mean, it looks gorgeous. The performances are awesome. The action is absolutely brilliant. I love the scene where Gilgamesh slaps a deviant so hard that it dies. And this movie, in so many ways, in so many good ways, is like nothing we've seen in the MCU before. So at the time of me writing this video, Rotten Tomatoes gave this film a 47%. A failing mark, but a distinction as far as the audience is concerned. And IMDb, shout out to the Queen, gave it a solid 6.8 out of 10, which is quite impressive. That's almost a 7. I'm going to give it a very well-deserved 3.7 out of 5. But I don't know, guys. What do you think? Was Eternals a refreshing approach to a Marvel film, or was it a 2-hour-long drag through the pits? Through sweaty, smelly, Marvel-themed pits? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe and hit the bell to be notified about every time we upload. And don't forget to visit our Patreon and let us hold $1. The next video will be on Dune. You don't want to miss it. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Eternos. We are the Eternos. We have smelt everything in history. Reveal him as an obstacle that all the other main characters. It's Eternals, but with Pixar's cars.